So for me, guys, take a look at this team, and then now take a look at this one. The first one was from just before Rangnick stated the United needed open heart surgery. The second one was from the first game of this season when Ten Hag was still in charge. And now if that isn't open heart surgery to this squad, then I don't know what is. Everyone went wild for Rangnick, stating the most obvious thing of the century.
In medicine, you would see this is an operation at the open heart.
But the thing is, we had that open heart surgery, but it left us flatlined.
Starting compressions?
How's Sam? He's critical. I'm doing everything I can.
The Ten Hag revisionists have been out in full force, but the truth is, this squad was heavily built by him. And yes, I know it wasn't solely him. It was also the idiots behind the scenes as well. But Ten Hag had that transfer veto that he so desperately wanted. Yes, he wasn't in charge of the price for these players, but he was the one that wanted them at the club. Whenever United are in a troubled time, I see Rangnick pop back up on my timeline and it absolutely cooks my Swede. As I said, he just pointed out the most obvious thing and then United fans just laud him for it. But if anything, United had a better squad when Rangnick was in charge, and right now, under Amorim, we're in deeper need of that open heart surgery. Under Ole, United were expected to win titles, and top 4 simply wasn't enough. But under Ten Hag, top 4 was seen as a major achievement, and that was after hundreds of millions of pounds were spent. Look at these signings. Even if you take out the signings made last summer under the new Ineos regime, where Ten Hag had that transfer veto taken away. Even if we take out the Farska loan deals. £400 million spent, and I don't think I can find a single upgrade in there. Anthony shown himself to be a championship level player for £80 million. There's no way you can tell me that he's better than Alanga, a guy that we shipped off for around 20 million. Højlund may still fulfill that potential, but right now he's kind of showing that this might just be his level. We don't really know. We signed a bag of potential, but for £70 million yet again, he could prove to be a flop. I'm not writing him off just yet. I do believe that he can reach new heights, but at the minute, he's simply not doing enough. With Casemiro, he provided some stability in that first season, but to spend that much and give him those wages at that age, I mean, it's a little bit crazy. Ten Hag wanted Frenkie de Jong.
You were the chosen one!
And then to pivot to a player who's a completely different profile in Casemiro absolutely makes no sense. Another crazy one, and Madrid were laughing all the way to the bank. Paying that much money for Mount on the last year of his deal, again, mental. The injury issues couldn't really be predicted, I understand that. But he's provided next to nothing in over a year at United now. McTominay was forced out for him. But ask yourself, who did more for United last season? Martinez added some real bite into this team, and it's obvious he's got real qualities in that centre-back role. But he also has obvious flaws as well, and United will probably again look to upgrade on him, and another guy we spent over £50 million on. With Onana, he's been okay, but far from that assured keeper you'd expect for almost 50 million. Yes, I wanted De Gea replaced, but Onana, with the ball at his feet, he hasn't shown what he can do. He hasn't shown those Inter Milan levels at all at United yet for me. Malacia isn't Premier League quality whatsoever. Bayindir just absolutely wasted money. With Eriksen, yes, he was a really good signing, especially on a free. First couple of seasons he did really well for United, beyond expectations. But to still have him on the books right now, again, it's just crazy how United have built this squad. So that's £400 million without the signings we just made last summer. I can question them all day as well. But what improvements have been made during Ten Hag's time in charge? Farcical amounts of money for bang average players to recreate half of his old Ajax team, and it's done United no good. All of them have obvious flaws and they barely fitted into Ten Hag's system. And now under Amorim, they fit even less into his 3-4-3 system. So Ineos forced Amorim to come in, and they've asked him to play with these bunch of players that really don't suit him whatsoever. Again, to pick Amorim as your manager, huge risk, as short term, you know how bad it's going to be. And now again, we're looking to completely rip the team apart, after we've only just done it. But can we stop now bringing up Rangnick whenever we have a troubled time? Can we stop now talking about Ten Hag as if actually it maybe wasn't his fault. Ten Hag should have gone before the season started. That's when Ineos made their first real mistake. But also this squad is pretty much garbage. But those two things can both be true at the same time. So we don't need to talk about Ten Hag as if he was this guy who, this feels sorry for him. Because the truth is that he built more than half of this team, and he's the one that was leading this so-called open heart surgery. But now we need to focus on the future under Amorim, and it's going to be rough, especially in the short term. There's no doubt, again, this squad needs a massive overhaul, a long road ahead for United. Just as we thought we were starting that sort of rebuild a few years ago, United fumbled that one. We can't afford to fumble it again.